Welcome. In this tutorial, we'll look at how to feed a chatbot with data sources. On the Channels page, I start by selecting Website. This is where you can give it a name to tell it apart from others. In this field, I name it Chatyx, then confirm by clicking on Create a Website Chatbot. And just like that, the chatbot is created in just a few seconds. I then go to the Data Sources page and select the chatbot I just created. This is where we'll be able to add content to it. To check that it's still empty, I click on Test the Chatbot and ask the question, what data sources can I import? The chatbot uses RAG technology. It first searches through your data sources, then generates a response based solely on that information. As expected, it replies that it couldn't find any relevant information. Now I'm going to look for this information on my own website. I go to the FAQ page on Chatyx, and under the question, I can see that the answer is provided. I copy the URL of the FAQ page. Back in Data Sources, I go to the URL tab. I click on Add URLs, then paste the FAQ page address into the main URL field. It's also possible to add several at once using the additional URLs field. I click Add to start the processing. The URL is being analyzed, and processing is underway. This usually takes just a few seconds, but it depends on how much content the page contains. I test the chatbot again with the same question, what data sources can I import? During scraping, the content of the URL is extracted, cleaned, and then indexed so the chatbot can access it when generating responses. This time, it responds correctly, quoting the content from the FAQ. The URL was successfully analyzed and integrated. Still in the URL tab, I open the card menu. I click on Delete to remove the source. The Sync button lets you rerun the scraping process for the URL and update the data. It's useful if the page is changed, like an updated FAQ, or for any other page, so the chatbot always responds with the most up-to-date information. I then test the chatbot again with the same question. It no longer knows how to respond. We've just confirmed that the deletion works correctly. This time, I'm going to add a PDF. In the Files tab, I click the Add button and select the PDF from my computer. The file is called Chatyx Features, and it contains a summary of what the platform can do. The upload begins. Processing starts. Just like with URLs, the processing time depends on how much text is in the file. Once the file is ready, I click Download from the menu. I open the document and show the section that lists the types of sources supported by Chatyx: URL, PDF files, TXT, DOCX, XLSX, CSV, and XML feeds. I run the same chatbot test again with the same question as before. This time, it pulls its answer from the content of the PDF. RAG, short for Retrieval Augmented Generation, combines search and generation. It starts by identifying the most relevant passages in your documents, then builds a response from those excerpts, without making things up. This ensures accurate answers based on your own content. The bot lists the supported formats exactly as they appear in the PDF. The file was clearly understood and successfully integrated. To test its personality setup, I ask a new question, what's your name? Here, the chatbot first checks its instructions to see if it's allowed to give its name. It replies that it's a site assistant, without giving a specific name. That's expected. I haven't given it any instruction about that yet. So, we'll need to configure its personality if we want it to respond properly. To give it a name, I click on Edit Personality, which opens the internal tab in the chatbot customization page. I scroll down to the field called System Message. This is where you can define the chatbot's tone, language rules, topics to avoid, or clarify its role, like greeting visitors, responding politely, or directing users to a specific service. I add a clear instruction that tells it its name. It's now called Chatyx. I click Save System Message to confirm. You can also ask it to always reply in a specific language, add an emoji to its messages, mention a key piece of info like the store's address, or clarify that it's a virtual assistant and not a human. I test it right away. I ask the question again, what's your name? And this time, the bot replies correctly, I'm Chatyx. The instruction was successfully applied. There you go, now you know how to add and remove data, and how to customize your chatbot's responses.